Hey, good morning, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It's your girl, Sharita, the Behavior and Learning Strategist, coming at you from the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute. I am going to talk to you today about how to speak life into your child. I hope the lighting, let me close this. I think the lighting is too bright up over top. Okay, that's better. Alright, I didn't ask you for all that. So, how to speak life into your child, okay? This is a big one. This is a huge, important part of my teaching and coaching, and why I have been able to help so many kids transform over the years. Is I get at that mindset, that thinking, honey. And it's a great I'm going to give you some great tips on how to speak life into your child, okay? Now, we always hear about what not to do, all right? But I'm going to tell you about what to do, all right? That's going to speak life into your child, swell them up, make them feel good about themselves, and make them feel like they can accomplish everything, anything and everything, okay? All right, tip number one. Whatever your child wants to accomplish, you have to talk to them like they're already there, okay? So that they can feel it. I'll give you an example. I talk to my students about what kind of career they want to have when they get older. And my high school class, when I heard what kind of career they wanted to have, I started talking about it like it's already happening, okay? So one of them wanted to be a business owner, okay? And then I'm saying, and he talked specifically about what he wanted to do with his business. He had like 3 different things, okay? And I was like, okay, all right, I see that, all right. I see people wanting to come to you. Everybody going to want to come to you and get your business because you work hard, you care about people. I see it in your work. I see even in your writing how expressive you are. And they're going to want to come to you and nobody else because Joel, he going to get it done. He going to get it done right. He going to pay attention to detail. So he's going to everybody's going to be coming to you. You're going to have a waiting list. Everybody going to be calling you. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to go to where it's cheaper because they know that guy's not going to do it like Joe's going to do it. So they're going to come to you. I see that. I see you being very successful with that. And he was like, oh, you gassing me up, Miss Sharita. He started smiling. He started to feel good about himself. So what we did was we leaped into the future. It's not just an idea. We were actually living the moment of what it would be like. We created it. What it would be like when he is running his business and he's doing a great job, and what the interaction with the customers would be like and how successful he would be, okay? And I told him, by doing that, I let him know right then that I believe in him and I see it. And with kids, we have to believe in it and see it before they do, okay? All right, I'll give you another example. My daughter Maya wants to become student of the month. She was student of the month in kindergarten. She really wants to be student of the month again this year. But she was kind of worried that she might not be student of the month, okay? So every time when I drop her off, I would say, you're my student of the month every day. And I'm so proud of you. So act like a student of the month when you go in there. Be the leader in the classroom. Make sure you remain seated. Make sure you wait your turn to speak because you are student of the month every day in my eyes. All right? So go represent. And she did so well. She was coming home telling me how she did good. She was like, and I did my work, and I wasn't talking, and what else she said? I stayed in my seat. She kept saying I stayed in my seat because I want to be student of the month. Right? So she's thinking about it because I say that all the time. When I drop her off of karate, she's purple belt right now. No, she's green belt right now. And she wants to be blue belt. And when you become blue belt, you can be a coach. Okay? Now my daughter's 6 years old. So imagine her walking around coaching other kids, to me, is mind-boggling. But she has advanced really fast in karate. All the coaches in there, the adult coaches and the senpais in there, they feel like she is on her way to black belt. Okay, so it's not like it's something that can't happen. And any goal, we want to make sure that our kids know that it definitely can happen. So when I drop her off at karate, or before we walk in there, I say, have a great class, Maya. You my blue belt every day. You mommy blue belt every day. Go in there, do a good job, be a leader, follow the coaches so that the rest of the students can follow you, because they're looking up to you because you're a green belt. So be a leader, okay? Do a great job and watch how the coaches do it and follow them so that the other kids that look up to you can follow you, okay? Because you my blue belt every day. And then I give her a big hug and a kiss, and she would feel good. Man, when I started saying this, I saw a huge change in her days at school. More focus, more leadership, more good reports from her teacher. I just got one yesterday. She said she did very good today. She did very good. She was focused. She did her work. She focused on herself, because Maya be minding everybody's business, okay? And she get in trouble sometimes because she's supposed to be here, but she paid attention to what's happening over there, and she may start talking about what's going on over there. She's not supposed to be talking. How many of y'all got kids like that? Okay, I know y'all feel me. but her teacher told me, she gave me a really good report. Now, this all happened in front of Maya. I see Maya just swelling up and feeling so good about herself. And then when we go and get in the car, she said, yeah, because I'm the student of the month every day. So I was doing a good job, Mommy. I did everything I was supposed to do. And I listened and I paid attention. Yesterday in class, she got 5 points. And she focused really well. When it's time to do her quiz, she did her quiz. And then when we went over it, she took it again to get a higher score, because that's what we do. Okay? And she did great. She got 5 points yesterday. She did great in my program. She did great in karate. She did great at school. So Mommy going to give her a nice reward. And this is all happening because every time I send her off into the world, I say, you're my student of the month every day. Mommy's so proud of you. Keep up the good work, okay? Oh my goodness. Have the best day. All right. You my blue belt every day, honey. You go in there and you be a leader, so that the rest of the kids can watch you and follow you, because they look up to you. But you are my blue belt already. That's the thing. I'm telling her that she's already a blue belt. So she can be a blue belt in her mind. And when you're a blue belt in your mind, or when you're a student of the month in your mind, then your subconscious adapts that. And all the worry, I might not get it, it's going to be hard, I don't know what to do, them just losing faith in it and thinking they're just not going to accomplish it. We have to combat that or replace it by speaking life into them, because we know that if they want to accomplish something, there may be doubt. They may start to feel like they can't do it, and then they may start to give up. Before they give up, they have to hear us in their ears. Now, we already say you're smart, you're intelligent, you're amazing, you're a champion, so I'm talking next level, okay? Talk to them about their goals as if their goals are happening right now. Hello, Tara. Welcome. We're talking about speaking life into our children. There are a lot of kids walking around here who have goals and want to accomplish something. They want it, but they don't know how to get there. They want it, but they're scared to try because they fear that they might not succeed. Fear of failure for children is huge. So whatever we know that they want to achieve, we have to talk to them about it. But let's be careful to say, if you want to be student of the month, you got to do this and do that. Or if you keep doing that, you'll never be student of the month, because that's already in their heads. They're already thinking that. That's their worry. So when we do that, we reaffirm their worry. Instead, no matter what's going on right now, we're going to say, you're my student of the month every day. I'm so proud of you. Even if they haven't achieved it yet, especially if they haven't achieved it yet, we start saying that. And that's why when I drop my daughter Altair, I say, you're my student of the month every day. Mommy's so proud of you. Have the best day. And I give her a big hug and kiss. And that's how I send her into the school. You're my blue belt every day when I send her to karate class. Mommy's so proud of you. Be a leader because the kid's watching you. So watch the coaches and do what they're doing so that the other kids can watch you, okay? Because that's what leaders do. And you're a champion. You are my blue belt every single day. So every time she walks into school, she is feeling like, or karate class, she's feeling like she is accomplishing her goal, or she's already accomplished that goal. And you have to accomplish it in your mind and in your spirit before you accomplish it on the outside world. All right? So those are two examples, well, 3 examples I told you about my high school student as well. Now another example I want to talk about is I always remember a student I had when I was teaching special education. I was a resource pull-out teacher. His name was Carlos, and he became my student. I wasn't his main teacher, but I had a classroom where for math and for language arts, they came with me. But in true Sharita fashion, I not only taught them, but I also improved their behavior at the same time. I just can't. To me, I cannot teach a child with behavior problems and not improve their behavior like that. It's holding them back. Behavior, focus issues or challenges be getting in the way of their academic growth. And that's why you see a lot of kids who have behavior problems. They're also far behind when academically. They're also struggling academically. A lot of kids who have severe behavior problems, disrupting the class all the time, getting pulled out by security, or parents getting called home all the time. They are not excelling academically. So I'm starting to work with him, and I see the changes in his behavior. He came to me one day. He wanted to come to my class in the morning before he had to go to his other class, just to sit with me. And he said to me one day, Miss Lawson, that was my name back then, Miss Lawson, I keep getting blamed for other kids doing stuff. Like, I was in class and this boy started a fight with me, and I got in trouble, but he didn't. And he kept telling me about all these situations. Now, here's the thing. Carlos, at first, he was starting fights all the time. All the time he was ready to fight at the drop of a hat, honey. It was going down, all right? I had to pull apart a couple of fights with him, okay? So he was known for that, okay? Now, here's a boy who wants to improve. He wants to do better. He's starting to do better. He sees it. I see it. I'm always talking to him about his growth. And I always telling him, you got this. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay, I see you, Carlos. That was a good choice. You was upset, but you didn't hit. I saw that. And I saw you calm yourself down. That's exactly what you need to do. Keep doing that. Kids love praising. You let them know, even if they acting up 80% of the time. But you see that 20%, them starting to make that effort. You gotta really say something about that effort, and like in a way that it's like they can measure their own progress. You gotta be specific and tell them, I see you doing this, and this is exactly what you need to do to keep going. You understand? To accomplish your goal. So he see the progress, but when he step outside my classroom, he's still in the environment that he created with his behavior. So I had 1 or 2 options. I could either talk to all the teachers and tell them, look, he trying, y'all need to make sure that you get all the facts before this and that. But instead I chose to speak life into him. And I chose to talk to him like on the real, like this is how things happen. I chose to educate him on his progress. The growth and achievement progress, or when you're trying to accomplish a goal, is not something that is a straight line and everything's going to go perfectly, okay? Now I told him, I said, Carlos, I understand how you feel. I see you working real hard in here, and I see you improving, right? But what's happening is, everyone's not used to the new Carlos yet. Everyone doesn't see the progress yet, and that's what happens. It is natural, okay? They're just used to what happens whenever there's a fight, and they look up. They was used to before when you was always, starting the fight, but now you're changing. So what you have to do is you just got to give people time to get used to the new Carlos. You keep going. This is going to happen in the beginning. People are not going to see. They're going to expect the old stuff, okay? And then they're going to be so surprised and so proud when they start to see more often you doing the right thing and you making the good choices. Then they will start to see, oh, Carlos is doing his thing. They're going to start to see and understand that a new Carlos is on the scene. But it never happens at first when you first start improving yourself. It never happens. People don't see it yet. They don't understand what you're doing yet, okay? But I do. So I see every time you're doing something good, I see it. That's because I've been working with you and we've been talking about it all the time. Your other teachers don't see it yet because they haven't been talking like we've been talking yet. They still care about you. They still know you could do better, but they just haven't been in the conversation, so they don't know yet, okay? So I gave him advice on what to do. When he's in the middle of a situation with a student, as soon as it starts to go left, separate himself and move and go sit down somewhere so that it doesn't get to the next level. I had to talk to him. I had to coach him on what to do. Then we role played and we practiced. This is all in the morning before his regular class starts. But I had to let him know that whenever you are accomplishing a new goal, at first, it's not going to be easy. People might not even recognize or understand or see your growth yet, okay? Because they're not used to it. Not because they don't like you. Not because they want you to be in trouble. They just don't know yet. But give it a couple of weeks, Carlos. Everybody's going to see what you've been doing. And it's true. It was true. That's exactly what happened. He stayed focused. That conversation helped him not give up, okay? Because the kid could easily give up. If they trying and nobody sees it and they keep talking about the old stuff and they keep focusing on the old stuff and thinking that the situation is like before and blaming them for everything, because that's what usually happens, is a commotion. It's always Carlos, right? A child can easily give up. And they can start doing self-sabotaging behaviors, okay? Where they start to, all right, well, I'm going to start a fight. I'm going to go in there and start a fight now because this mess is too hard, right? So I spoke life into him. And every morning he would come over to my class in the morning just to say hi, chill with me, practice his reading, right? Because if you around me, you practicing reading, you practicing multiplication, you doing something, okay? Right? And then he would feel good. And he would go into class. He would practice the things that we talked about. You know what I mean? He would do the things we practiced. And then everybody else started to see the growth. Another thing that I did as a teacher, and I do now in my tutoring coaching program, and I just did yesterday. If you're in my class and you do something, you accomplish something you haven't accomplished before, or you're way more focused today than usual, or you completed your writing in 8 minutes when before that was a struggle for you. Oh, I'm sending your mama a text. And I'm like, yo, your champion, he did great today. He did this for the first time. I'm so proud of him. I'm over here putting the party emojis in the text and everything. Mom is happy. You know what I mean? My student is happy. Celebrating those mini successes. So if there's anything that your child has done for the first time that shows that they are growing, you celebrate it. You make a lot of noise about it. You say, that's what I'm talking about. You give them a high five, okay? Because they're going to be smiling from ear to ear. If they have been used to using behavior and that's something that I'm going to be teaching students in schools, because I'm working with teachers now on classroom management. If they've been engaging in negative attention-seeking behaviors, okay, and that's attention-seeking, they try to get attention in a negative way, which is the most surefire way to get everything to stop, is to do something negative or viewed as bad. Everything will stop and focus on you. We have a lot of kids around here pros at negative attention-seeking behavior, right? So if your child has been doing that for a long time, they have fully embraced this behavior as a way to get, in their minds, their needs met. So that's their go-to. And it's not easy to break them out of the cycle. Because when you break them out of the cycle, you have to replace it with positive attention. But if they've been doing this hard for so long, it's not easy to switch. So that's why we have to overpraise. That's why we have to reassure constantly. That's why we have to tell them how, teach them how the goal setting and achievement process works. Let them know that they're on their way, that you see this improvement, even if it's something small. You overpraise, okay? And next thing you know, they're going to look up and they are transformed. But we have to speak life into them when they want to accomplish a goal, and especially if they want to accomplish a goal, but behavior is in the way. And they have to make a huge, when that's the case, they have to make a huge transformation. For a child, that's a lot. That's a lot. For a child to make a huge transformation. Like, it's not just, I want to be student of the month. I want to be a student of the month, and I get in trouble every day. I don't do my work. I throw tantrums. I don't listen to the teacher. They will feel, and probably a lot of adults will feel, that that's impossible. No. Nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible. When the child believes it, when you help them believe it, you put the right structure in place, you keep their feet moving, they accomplish I wouldn't be telling you this if I haven't seen these transformations over and over. I'm 100% sure of this. 100% sure of this, okay? So if your child has a goal, and they want to accomplish something, or you have a goal for your child, and don't set low expectations. Don't say, I want him to get a C because he gets D's and F's. At least if he can get a C. No, your child can get A's. Your child most definitely can get A's. Your child has a behavior challenges right now, focus challenges, and they don't do their work. That's temporary. That's just what it look like right now. But when they start moving, and you speak life into them, and you keep those standards high, okay? And you anticipate their own doubts, their own fears, and you replace them with, you got this. I see you. I see you. What? Stop playing. When you replace it with that, man, I'm reminded of a student that just got started, and we're all doing multiples in the class. So my students are all, wherever their challenge level is, that's where I work at. So some of my students can do 2s and 3s, and now they're focusing on 4s. Everybody could do 5s and 6s, right? Some of my students are just doing 2s, like my new student just came in. Some of my students can do 2s, and now they focus on 3s, okay? So we're all doing multiples, and I challenged them. I'm like, y'all gonna go up against me. And everybody else, write your multiples down and practice them, because when I get to you, honey, you better be ready. It's going down, okay? So when I get to them, I'll see the first multiple and they say the next. And then I say it and they say it. I say it and they say it. And I say it a little faster. You know what I mean? They got to keep up because I'm trying to catch them slipping. And they trying to catch me slipping, right? So a new student coming in could feel like, I can't do this. And be like, look at all this going on, right? But when I got to him, and he was able to do 2, 4, 6, 8, but then he said 16. So we stopped and we practiced, and then I had him go again. And then he got further. When he got further, I went off, honey. That's what I'm talking about. Look, the first time you got to 8. The second time you got all the way to 14. Oh, you ain't come to play, huh? Okay, very good. All right, I'm going to come back to you. I went to another student, and I told him to practice. So I'm practicing with the other students. He's new. First he was nervous. First he was feeling like he can't do it. And I had to be like, come on back now. Don't give up. Don't quit on me. I see you. I can see it in his face. I can see it in his body language. He's moving back. He's like looking pained. And I'm like, come on. You got this, right? So I'm doing it. I'm skipping from student to student. We doing the thing. And then he raised his hand. He said, Miss Sharita, I'm ready to practice my twos again. I was like, all right, mine is ready. Okay. He said, I'm ready to change the game. Okay. So then I told him, all right, let's go. You sure you ready? Because it's going down. He said, yes, I'm ready. All right. So another good thing about my students is when somebody's trying something, even if they start to struggle, the rest of my students know to be patient and quiet. That's respect. Okay. Even if there's a new student coming in, because my students progress very fast in whatever we're doing, in reading and multiples and whatever, they start to progress really fast. So when there's a new student coming in, they will be far behind the rest of the students. That's just how it works. But it's temporary, right? So they all know to be quiet, be very quiet. That's respect. So that the new student has their time. They have time to think and figure it out. 'Cause that's what I taught them. So we start doing the multiples, right? Hey, Robert. Good morning. We start doing the multiples. And he made it all the way to 24. And I said, oh my goodness, I almost fell out the chair. You made it all the way to 24 this time? He said, yes, I made it because I practiced 2 times. I said, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. He had a big old smile on his face. Now he's invested. Now he's invested. We speak life into our children at every point. Whatever progress, especially if he would have made it to 8 the first time and then jumped to 16, and I had to teach him just add 2, add 2, add 2, add 2, right? And I also had to, when I practiced with him again, we just add 3, add 3, add 3. And he's learning how, because addition and subtraction is something he's working on. So he's learning addition, he's learning multiples, he's learning focus, paying attention to detail, not giving up, all of that. All right. So if he got to 8, and I said, no, you didn't get it. All right, practice. I'll come back to you. He would have felt so bad about himself. But I went right in. I praised him for getting to 8. Good job. That's what I'm talking about. Made him remember where he was. He was on 8. And then coached him. We did some drills real quick. We went at it again. I had to get him that success. I had to get him to the point from 8 to make it to 14. I believe it was. I had to get him from 8 to 14. That's a mini success. We have to immediately get our kids past I didn't make it to I accomplished a mini success. So I had to get him there so that we can celebrate, so that I can speak life into him. The rest of the students celebrate it, because that's one of our rules, success rules. Encourage your peers. They celebrated. We all clapping, right? Now he felt I could do anything, and I'm going to practice, and I'm going to master this, right? So when you speak life into your child like that, whether they feel like it's a goal that they feel like they can't do, and this is advanced level, honey, it's a goal they feel like they can't do, and they have a lot of behavior problems, and they've been used to failure because they use behavior to avoid things that are hard, okay? That's the advanced level, honey. When you speak life into your child and you help them get the many successes, and you talk to them about what they're accomplishing every time they accomplish something, or whatever they want to accomplish, you let them know that they got this, and you see it, and you are, as I call my students, great job. All right, y'all ready, math geniuses? Hey, I'm calling them math geniuses because we about to do math, okay? And I want them to feel like they going to master this. They are math geniuses. They could do anything. When you do all of that, next thing you know, it's like running a race. They will take, what is that thing called, the baton, right? They will take it and they will run, and you won't be able to catch up with them. Like he said, I'm ready to practice my twos again. I'm ready. Come on back to me. All right? So let's speak life into them. Hey, Ann, welcome. Listen, hashtag replay, because I'm about to go into Staples and get some glossy copy paper. I have to get the right kind this time. I got the wrong kind. But hashtag replay on this is because we've been talking today about and speaking life into our children, catching them, anticipating their thoughts of fear, their thoughts of self-doubt, and their thoughts of giving up. We have to anticipate that and speak life into it and replace it with, I see you accomplishing it already. You look like a student of the month right now. Look at you. You look like a student of the month. Look how you sitting. Oh, that's how students of the month sit. All right? That was a great job, what you said. I appreciate that. That's what leaders do. That's what champions do. You a champion. You a blue belt every day. This the business you want to do? Oh, I see you doing that. This is why I see you doing that, because I see this attribute that you have, this attribute. I see how you do this, and I see how you do that. And the way you do things, I know everybody's going to want to come to you, to your business to get service. I know that because I see it already. You going to be doing your thing, all right? So we speak life into them because we know as adults sometimes we have fear of failure. Sometimes we have self-doubt, okay? Sometimes you try to accomplish something and it gets rough. Not sometimes, all the time. Whenever you go from this level to this level, there's resistance, there's obstacles, then there's the self-doubt that could creep in. You got to keep going until you hit the goal, no matter what. Our children are not equipped enough with life yet to understand that that's how it goes. So we have to catch them and guide them along the way. We're not going to do it for them. We're not going to help them. You know, I don't play that help stuff. But we're going to coach them. We're going to guide them. We're going to have high expectations. And we're going to speak to them just like they're already accomplishing it. So their subconscious is going to be like they're thinking it now. And one more thing before I go. Do not allow them, and I know I say this all the time. Y'all probably heard me say this before if you already follow me. If you don't follow me yet, click that follow button, all right? Because we continue to talk about how to speak life into our children, how to improve their behavior, focus, and learning from home, how to have self-care for ourselves, okay? And take care of ourselves. We do that here, all right? All right. So, oh, no, don't tell me I lost it. What was I getting ready to say? Wait. I was getting ready to, because I'm ready to leave. That's probably why it just jumped out of my head. Oh, I got it. This is one of the most important things. What I don't allow kids to do, and I talk about this all the time, and what my students don't allow each other to do, okay? If they catch you slipping, honey, they will let you know. We don't never talk. We don't never use quitting language. We don't use that. If your child is getting ready to do, let's say your child's trying to read a word that's tough. It's raining, y'all. Let's say your child's about to read a word that's tough or spell a word that's tough. If they start saying, oh, this is hard. Oh, man, I don't know if I could do this word. That's the word I got to do? If they start doing that, I chop that down quick. No, we don't say that. We don't say this is hard. Well, I'm stuck. I'm not saying it's hard. I'm just saying I'm stuck. You ain't stuck. Do you understand that when you say this is hard and you feed that to your mind, it's hard? If you say I'm stuck, you will be stuck. You are not allowed to talk like that. We had the sight word challenge yesterday, and all the students went from one level to another. I teach students how to read over 300 sight words. And it's a strategy that we do. I call it the sight word challenge. And they all move forward. But two of them, when it was time to move forward, they started saying, oh, man, this word is hard. I mean, everybody was like, ah! We don't say that. We say, I got this. And one student tried to resist. But it is hard. But he breaking the rules. So I said, class, help us out. Everybody say, I got this. Everybody. Like 6 students. It's like, I got this. And I said, now say, we got this. Everybody said, we got this. I said, now tell them, You got this, because we gonna speak life into you, honey. Even if you resist, we gonna speak life into you. And everybody said, you got this. Keep going. You got this, man. You got this. And then he got back on it, and he sure did. He got to that next level, okay? So don't allow your child, as soon as they say, this is hard, I don't know how, I need help, I'm stuck. Those are phrases that I can't do it. Those are phrases that are not allowed. In my tutoring coaching program, it was never allowed. When I was teaching as a special education teacher, it was never allowed. We don't say that mess. It's not allowed. We say, I got this. We say, if I don't know it now, I will know it. I'll figure it out. I got this. That's what we say. So breathe life into them, coach them, okay? But at the same time, if their subconscious thoughts of fear and self-doubt come out of their mouths, man, snatch that away and replace it. Don't allow them to talk like that, all right? Our kids are champions, and none of us know how amazing they really are yet. We put all this stuff in place and watch them grow. They be doing a damn thing, let me tell you. All right, y'all, I'm going to run inside because I've been hanging with y'all, and I love it. I've been having such a wonderful time talking to you. Thank you for hanging with me. But when I start talking, honey, I'll be like, oh, I should have finished quicker so that I can do what I need to do. So I need to go in Staples real quick, and then I'm going to go home and cook. All right? So I thank y'all so much for hanging with me today. All right? For more information on my tutoring coaching program, send me a message or text me through WhatsApp if you have WhatsApp, or you text direct. I prefer WhatsApp, 908-313-1973, okay? Because that's how we can get to all your messages quicker, all right? My number again is 908-313-1973. You can also visit my website for more information. We'll post it in the comment section. And that's growthinstitute.mykajabi.com. That's GROWTH Institute.mykajabi.com. For all my kids out there, I want you to say, I am smart, I am amazing, I always figure it out, I got this. And for all you lovely, wonderful parents out here grinding and doing what's best for your child, don't forget your own self-care. I got to say that, all right? Because this is a job. We got to take care of ourselves. And believe in yourself, believe in your child, honey. And always remember that growth is unlimited. And I love you. Peace.